I wanted to change and add more oil into this miter box. It takes 2.5 ounces. I came across in Fry's grocery store this flavor injector, 1.5 ounces or so. I figured I needed a syringe, and I was kind of thinking of a veterinary syringe, but they don't have the long nozzle. I guess you could have put a little hose on there, but I came across this in the store, and it's all graduated there. You can see up to 1.7 ounces, and it has this long stem on it to fit down into the bottom of the miter box. Now this comes with had a point on it, and that orifice right there, and also another orifice about 1 inch up, or 1/2 inch up, and I found that I had to tape the second one in order to get it to suck the oil up. And also I took my Dremel tool and cut off the point, so that's open at the very end also. I forgot to mention that I took my Dremel tool and cut one of those carrier bars off so I could get the syringe down to where I needed it, in there. I was able to draw about 3/4 of an ounce up into it, so I'll do that a few times. For the engine oil, I went to Ace Hardware and I saw this really nifty container that has the gradated amounts you can put in: 1/2 pint, 1 pint, 1 quart, and that blue thing right here you can turn off or on, so you can fill it up to the amount you need and have that off and stick the nozzle, you undo that, and then into the reservoir, and just open it up, and it'll drain right in. For the transmission, I got this Lubermatic pistol oiler, and it had a little brass fitting at the very end of the hose there, and I cut that off because the orifice was just way too small. And so this I use for the transmission, because the hole is really tiny. This just fits in just right, and you can squeeze the 6 ounces right in there. So this is my 21 Rokon. Now I came across that pronunciation on a blog by when I was searching out Rokon, and a lot of people call it Rokon. Well, that's fine, but the original intent was to have it pronounced Rokon. That has to do with rocks. Well, I got 540 miles on this now after a couple years, and I had a couple modifications done to it. This is the Ranger, with the turn signals and the mirrors and speedometer. But as you can see, I had the welder fabricate these struts that stick out, and they're removable with those clevis pins right there. They machined into a solid bar and put the hole in there. Also on the back, so when this falls over for some reason, just sitting there somewhere, it's a lot easier to pick up. Man alive, it's 225 pounds. It's really tough to pull up, actually. And so that's kind of like a crash bar situation there. It may be safe It may not be in certain instances, you know, if you're really going on rough road, or not a rough road, but across country, up and down everywhere. You have a tendency to flail your legs, and your leg may hit one of those. So you got to just psych yourself into keeping your feet up off the pegs upward, you know, if you get in a real bad situation. Now, I don't go cross country that much on it. You know, I'm too old to damage myself, you know, doing real rough up and down. I'm in Arizona, where there's a lot of deep washes and rocks and everything, you know, and steep hills in certain areas. So I thought I'd try to protect myself. Now, also, you can see there that I had the kickstand extended 8 inches, and also had that loop put on there to make it easy for my heel to bring the kickstand down. Excuse me. I have it propped up here now so I can keep the bike straight up to put that oil in the miter box. But this allows the bike to still lean over about 3 or 4 inches when you're parked. And I like that a lot better than the original. You can just imagine looking at it that when you don't have that, with the original one there, where that little disc is, man, it looked like it was leaning way over too far. Of course, they're kind of considering that you might be parking on uneven ground, you know, with the slope going up or something like that on this side. But anyway, I had it fixed up like that. The only thing I've had to do with this, you know, 2 or 3 times was to adjust the chains. And just a little bit of movement on the nut down there moves that chain tighter. So, you know, hopefully, I mean, I just dread the day I have to break the chain to take a link out or something. Now, this on the back here is a Stanley toolbox with the various tools that I would need, you know, to kind of get after things if something happened. And now I had a Tupper, you know, one of those rubber containers on there originally, just over the bars there, but the exhaust burned a hole in the bottom of it. So what I found was this cement board, and I cut it to shape and then bolted it on for the 4 bolt holes that are existing on the frame of the bike, and that keeps it from being burnt now. Originally, the bike fell over without those struts on it, and it damaged the sensor unit there for the speedometer. And I fixed it up with the bottom of a Coke bottle, you know, one of those plastic things, and I kind of fitted it over the outside edge there and used my goop to glue it on. And then just recently, well, I didn't have the struts on one day, and it fell over in the wind, and the little keeper bracket for the sensor going in there broke in half. It's aluminum. So I had a Firepoint Burns-O-Matic burner, which is really nifty to use. It's adjustable flame and everything. And I ordered their aluminum welding rods, and I just got them this last few days finally, and managed to weld those 2 pieces back together, and hopefully it sticks. It seems like it kind of bonded pretty well.